Hello and welcome to this week's episode of MEDspiration. Take a very close look at this ultrasound. Do you see that little heart beating? When your mother was 4 weeks pregnant with you, your heart spontaneously beat for the first time. You had about as much control over this phenomenon as you do your external environment. None. By external environment, I'm referring to the way that others may choose to treat us or talk about us, and whether it's going to be a sunny or rainy day. But it affects and influences us as much as our heartbeat does. Our internal and external environments are both two different parts of the same whole. Without your heartbeat, you would cease to exist right now. Without our external environment, we would cease to exist as a species. In establishing this connectedness with all things within and without, learning to trust the things that you do not have control over as much as you trust your own heart to beat, you are alive, aren't you? Can cultivate a very powerful mental attitude. In today's episode, we'll be discussing how applying this sort of trust into our lives can begin with one simple positive thought, and how this positive energy affects your heart health. Enjoy! Every sustained thought that you have in your life has an electromagnetic frequency. If you consider Newton's third law of motion, for every action, there's a complete and opposite reaction. It can mean that what we give is what we get. This principle can give rise to the saying, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." This postulates that purifying our internal selves will be directly proportionate to the actions we choose to commit, which inherently can bring about change that can mirror our intentions. Establishing this connectedness between this concept and your internal intentions can be the first step towards consciously becoming a positive person rather than a negative one. You could think of your thoughts as magnetic signals that you transmit to the universe, which draws a parallel back to you. For example, when we begin to think angry thoughts, you begin to hear and see anger in everything, attracting a parallel of your thought frequency back into your reality. The heart beats in accordance to your thought frequencies. It generates the largest electromagnetic field produced by the human body. Encoded within this field of energy is the emotional frequency you're choosing to tune into. This is a part of the reason why your heart races when you're angry, and why it works more efficiently during meditation. By shifting our thoughts and consciousness, we change the information that is encoded into the electromagnetic field of the heart. This phenomenon gives rise to the term shifting your vibrational frequencies. Whoa, bro. The way we feel emotionally is directly linked to the way our heart beats and the way our energy reacts with the world. This in part explains why happiness is linked to infinitely better health and heightened interaction with the world. All humans have the capacity to create happiness instead of pursuing it. This is why I believe a positive mental attitude may be the most important quality for sound mental and physical health. When you teach yourself to think positively about any situation, you reduce the stress load your body carries. Coping with stress with a positive mental attitude lowers your heart rate and allows your vessels to relax, which decreases your blood pressure. It's super fascinating to think that the way you think and do things can inherently affect all the cells and organs in your body. These type of concepts are what make medicine absolutely beautiful. That's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and please share this video with anybody who could benefit from it. If you have any thoughts, questions, or input, please comment below. I will be replying to all of your comments. Be sure to follow our nonprofit organization on Instagram. The link is also located below in the description. Be sure to click right here and check out last week's video if you'd like to know how karma affects your health. And don't forget to subscribe and become a part of the healthiest family on YouTube. Thank you guys, I really appreciate the time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.